And we're on. Perfect. Well, hello, all you amazing ESL teachers out there. Thank you so very much for joining me, Teacher Carly, on this wonderful adventure of English language games. Our special series is called The Magic of Circle Time. So in this series, I did a long interview with Juan Uribe, who teaches through affective language learning, and we did a whole series on this, and so I ended up breaking it up into little parts so that I could share it with you in sort of little bite-sized pieces, and I could add some more ideas and contents, and we can create a little bit of a conversation going here. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to give positive encouragement that's very specific, that really gets the results that you want, and it's not just this candy-coated or this candy, what do they call it? Candy compliments, that's the word I was looking for. So we're talking about that, and also some fun little wrap-up ideas that you can use to really help remind your students of what they learned that day in class. And you know, I'm sure us as teachers, we all know that so many parents come back to us and they say, "Oh, my kid isn't learning anything in your class." Well, are you kidding me? Come on, that's not true. Of course they're learning stuff, but it's when they get home and the parents ask, "What did you learn in class today?" And the little deers in the headlights, they freeze up, right? It's normal. I think anybody would really. So I have a little strategy that I'm going to share with you of how to avoid that, and different ways that you can kind of help train your parents, I guess, to ask different questions in order to get the same answer that they're looking for. So without further ado, here we go for today's video. So as I mentioned, the title is How to Keep a Steady Flow of Positive Feedback. And the other section, is some entertaining wrap-up ideas. So here we go with our video.
So that's very beautiful, and also this circle time moment when you're wrapping the class, it's very interesting to point out the things that students did right. Mm-hmm. So I really like this moment in which you helped. In which you, Maria, helped Peter, and that's very nice. So instead of like focusing on the moments in which they misbehaved, it's always nice to really congratulate them and show them that that you value and that you acknowledge their behavior, exactly. Catching them doing right.
Catching them doing something right, yes. Yeah. Acknowledging the right, and if you can, in the moment, but sometimes, even if you save it for later and you make it personalized, I think that's the other key thing to giving feedback is use their name and give them a specific moment instead of just, "Thank you for helping in the class." Well, what was it specifically that they did? "Thank you for helping this specific student pick up their materials when they fell on the floor." Or, "Thank you for opening the door when I asked somebody to do it." So giving specific feedback is also so important for our young learners to help guide them, right?
Two other things, quick things that you can do with them at the end of the class. You can ask them to make a pose according to how they think the class went, and then you can go like unfreezing each one of them, and then they say a word that represents how the class was for them.
Awesome idea. So using statues, and I think you also mentioned once to use your feelings. How do you feel? Just do a pose, strike a. So I'm feeling happy. This is my happy face. And so perfect. That's another great way to.
And always remember to tell them what's coming next. So what are some of the things that are happening in the near future?
Yes, exactly. So you know what to expect, and they can relax and feel confident in it.
Great, there we go. Well, I hope that you got some new tidbits and you learned something new from today's Magic of Circle Time video. And some other little things that I wanted to add to that are, you know, so many times, especially with little ones, we're so inclined to give the stickers as the rewards for good behavior. But something that I would really encourage you to try a little bit differently, if you aren't already, is to use rewards, to use privileges as rewards. So an example would be, if we all work really good together, if we all work really well on this project, this activity, then we can, I don't know, do an extra 5 minutes of recess, or you pinpoint somebody who did an exceptional job on a certain activity and you want to really reward them. So instead of giving just one sticker to that one student, because imagine how the other ones are going to feel. So kind of and also a more intrinsically motivating way to encourage that student to continue that behavior is to say, okay, you get to choose, I don't know, the video that we watch, or you get to choose the backyard game that we're going to play, and give them 2 options, right? Because you don't want 2 or 3 options max, because you don't want to be overwhelming them, especially if they're young learners. But there it is, that kind of concept of using privileges as rewards, as opposed to, like little stars or little stickers as rewards. And another thing to add to the concept of praising that each individual, giving that positive reinforcement to each individual student, is also to remember to praise the effort that they put in, and not just the students. So instead of giving a general kind of candy-coated compliment like, good job, or that drawing is beautiful, because again, also remember that you're sort of giving your opinion there. So instead, praise the effort that they put in. Say, wow, you put a lot of effort in. I see you paid a lot of attention to coloring inside the lines. Or, oh, I like the way that you chose a lot of colors for this picture. Or you can ask things like, oh, well, I'm just thinking of pictures here, drawing as examples. Why did you choose those colors? Or, oh, I like the way that you added this to your picture. That was very creative of you. Kind of that. So it's more about praising the effort they put in, as opposed to giving your opinion. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's just kind of like a little tidbit of, I'm just trying to explain a little bit. I do actually go into a great detail about that in my ESL English as a Second Language Classroom Management Secrets training program. But just as a little tidbit there, I just wanted to throw that in there so that you can try and incorporate that too into your classroom. So just as a reminder, please, as always, make sure that you subscribe and like and comment. I would love to hear from you. How have these ideas helped you in your classroom? And do you have anything else to share? You were all such amazing, wonderful ESL teachers, so I would love to hear from you too. And also remember that just as a quick review here, on our last video, we talked about music and how you can use music to incorporate in your classroom to liven it up. And in next video, we're going to be talking about some creative ways that you can really spark your students' interest and really engage them, kind of intrigue them right from the very beginning of the class. Excuse me. So, I think that was it for today. Sorry, I'm just looking through my notes here just to make sure I didn't forget anything that I wanted to share with you guys. But I think that was it. Yeah. So thank you so very much for watching and for subscribing, for your likes, for your comments. It's so wonderful to share this community with all of you. So thank you so very much. And as always, bye now from Teacher Carly. Remember to keep learning, laughing, and loving. There